Another day, another story. Ancient proverbs that will transform your life. The most insightful statements made throughout time are those made by the greatest intellectuals in human history. We've included some of our favorites in this video. You can follow the advice from the past to help you have a more contented and meaningful life. They are not just motivating but also very perceptive. You may be familiar with some of them, while others may be brand new findings. However, they have the ability to alter your life. Knowing how to listen can allow you to benefit even from those who speak negatively. You will benefit from having the skill of being able to truly hear what people are saying, to absorb the knowledge they share, and to then digest it. After all, comprehension requires listening. Therefore, even if anything someone is saying doesn't resonate with you, make it a point to listen carefully. Perhaps anything they say will provide you with new information or prompt you to view a problem or subject differently. Even if what they are saying is completely at odds with what you think, perhaps it will open your eyes and help you feel more connected to that particular person. There is so much more value in what someone has to say than simply the words themselves if you can learn to listen and ask questions to grasp their point of view. When you are upset by a man's mistake, look yourself and examine your own shortcomings. At that point, you will forgive yourself. When we are offended, we sometimes want to assign blame to the offender and say that they are responsible for our sentiments. However, the reality is that we are typically just as to blame as they are most of the time. So before criticizing someone else, examine yourself first. What you discover may surprise you. When you think about your own flaws, you come to the conclusion that perhaps it has less to do with what other people do and more to do with how you respond to it. The scenario suddenly becomes far less intimate and much easier to handle. No man ever goes into the same river twice, since neither the river nor the man are the same. It's simple to become set in our habits and afraid of change. It's possible for you to believe that if things change too drastically, it will be the end of you, but this is untrue. You'll have greater delight in life if you can learn to welcome change rather than resist it, since you'll be better able to integrate it into your surroundings. You must practice being at ease in a situation of perpetual fluctuation and learn to embrace this fact. And don't be scared to doubt your preconceived notions about who you are or the universe at large. Your opinions will become clearer and be placed in a more accurate context as a result. Reserve your right to think, the saying goes. Even thinking incorrectly is preferable than not thinking at all. In a society where we are constantly being told what to do, it is important to keep in mind that each of us is an individual with unique opinions and viewpoints. It's necessary to spend some time to consider what matters most, and you should start by considering your own goals. Making decisions that are consistent with who you are and where you want to go will become simpler for you after you do this. Additionally, you'll be able to recognize when someone is attempting to influence you in a different way. Finally, this will direct you toward a life that is more meaningful and rewarding. There is opportunity amid the confusion. When things get difficult, keep this quote in mind. It is true that it might be challenging to see through the chaos during turbulent times. But if you take a big breath and step back for a second, you'll see that there is always optimism, even in the face of uncertainty. Right now, you have a decision to make. You have the option of allowing the chaos around you to overwhelm you or of taking action to change things. You can overcome obstacles and succeed if you approach every issue as a challenge and an opportunity. People are filthy. They have the power to nourish you and aid in your personal development, or they can impede your development and cause you to wilt and perish. Although this may sound harsh, it is really accurate. We all require support from others, and when that support is lacking, we begin to shrivel up internally. However, you don't have to feel like a victim of the decisions made by others. How much energy you devote to others is something you can decide for yourself. It could be time to let go of someone if they are contributing to your own stagnation or self-doubt. Things are tough because we don't dare to do them, not because they are difficult because we don't dare to do them. Accomplish you remember all the things you wanted to do but never got around to? Those that appear challenging and intimidating? They could be challenging, but that doesn't make them impossible. There is nothing wrong with exercising caution, though. Actually, it's a good thing. But don't let uncertainty and apprehension prevent you from pursuing your goals. Dare all you want. Take a chance. Try a novel approach. Step outside your comfort zone and follow the path it leads you on. When you quit limiting yourself, you'll be shocked at what you can do. A week or a month cannot make a person of good character. It is developed gradually, day by day. To build good character, one must work long and steadily. When you put a lot of effort into something but get no results, it can be discouraging. It can be easy to give up when it seems like your persona is a work in progress. But keep in mind that having good character is not something you can suddenly acquire. Being the kind of person you want to be takes time, effort, and patience, sometimes that involves going against what comes naturally or is simple. So keep trying. Even though it seems to be taking forever, keep putting effort into improving yourself. You could get where you're going if you don't modify your course. This is a straightforward but incredibly potent idea that holds true whether we're discussing our professional or personal life. We frequently consider our final destination and the procedures required to get there as we navigate life. But if you don't pause to assess your surroundings and the direction your present course is taking, you can end up somewhere you really don't want to be. Knowing when something isn't working out is crucial. By doing so, you can adjust your course in a way that will help you succeed as opposed to continue on a path that would only take you further away from your objectives and desires. The quality of your thinking determines how happy your life will be. How we feel about our life can be greatly influenced by how we view ourselves, the world, and everything in it. It's more likely that you'll feel joyful all the time if you consider positive thoughts. However, negativity may permeate your day and even other aspects of your life, such as your relationships or your job, when you're thinking it. If things don't work out the way you had hoped, you shouldn't feel sorry for yourself. You have a choice in how you respond to each given condition or situation. Your mind is under your control. Either choose to think positively and experience fantastic feelings, or choose to think badly and experience dreadful feelings. You have the choice. When we acknowledge how little we know about life, ourselves, and the world around us, true wisdom comes to each of us. There is always more to discover about both you and the world around you. Therefore, it's crucial to avoid being overconfident in your knowledge. Your mind becomes closed off to fresh concepts and experiences when you do that. And if you're not careful, your entire life might isolate itself from you. It's okay to admit when you're mistaken or even just uncertain about something. Learning is the only way to advance. And the only way to learn is to admit that you're not an expert on everything. You grow wiser as you start to challenge your preconceived notions and learn new things. What you leave behind is what is weaved into other people's lives, not what is carved in stone monuments. We should make the most of our time here because life is brief. But have you ever paused to think about how your actions affect other people? Have you ever considered the kind of legacy you want to leave? Naturally, there are a variety of responses to these inquiries. Some people prefer that only a small group of people know about their legacy, while others want it to be known to everyone. One thing is certain, though, your legacy will eventually be determined by the effect you have on other people, regardless of the course you take. It is your job to make the decision to live with love or hate with intention. Whether you are aware of it or not, the way you live affects those around you. You now have it. These wise words should give you pause to ponder a fresh viewpoint or to question some preconceived notions. They might strike a chord with you and motivate you in unexpected ways. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and tell your friends about it so we can make more like it. Click the subscribe button to see more content like this, and don't forget to activate the notification bell. Watch our other videos as well if you haven't already. Thank you for viewing.